Welcome back. We're still talking about, we're still having the town hall conversation between the candidates for the 2013 governorship election here in Anambra State and the youths of Anambra State. Well, we invited 5 candidates who we believe were the front runners, but tonight we have 2 of the candidates. We have Dr. Chris Ngige of the APC, and we also have Dr. Ifeanyi Uba of Labour Party. Well, thank you for staying with us. We understand that we're running out of time and we want to quickly touch on a couple of issues. I think one of the issues we haven't touched is education. Dr. Ifeanyi Uba, we have been famously quoted as saying that if you were offered free education, for your children, you would refuse it. Why? And what is the alternative you're planning for education quickly in about less than 5 minutes, please?
Yeah, I say that free education is not the best for Anambra people. We are hardworking people. What we need to do is to have statistics of those that do not pay school fees, and we will support them so that, first and foremost, I said, and I want Nigerians to believe me, that I will be the first governor in Nigeria that will be given a 3 months audited account of both state and local government. That is first and foremost to state a standard. We'll conduct local government after 90 days in office. I want Anambra people to have it in the back of their mind. On education, I'm very sorry to say, we are not going to give free education because it's not good for. Imo State is suffering from today. They are bleeding because in some of the institutions, in tertiary institutions in Imo State, they are no more employing Imo indigenes because they want to make money. And I'm saying this thing with every sincerity in me. So when you give free education, some of the Cotonou people, the Togolese people, the Ghanaian people that have taken over all the tiling jobs, all our jobs, all the jobs that are supposed to be given to our youth, they will bring their families to enjoy free education. Why they are the only one working today in Anambra State? So we need to create institutions like the technical institution, the skill acquisition centers, so that our people will get into these jobs. I believe if we have 1,000 every youth, 1,000 of every town youth in these institutions every year, we will be able to create 21,000 jobs from that angle. Coming on free education, we will have a record of how many people in every local government that will not be able to pay for school fees. And we will support them so that by the time we are giving analysis of accounts of every local government, we will tell them, so-so family, we are paying school fees of so-so family. The widows will be given free education.
Just a moment, Dr. Oba.
Yeah.
Are you saying then that you're satisfied with the quality of education, or how do you intend improving it?
First and foremost, I'm a product of teachers. My parents are both teachers, my father and my mother. So you should know how I'm feeling, about education in Anambra State. But you are saying something about free education. And I said that I'm not going to offer free education. I want Anambra people to believe me that I'm saying the truth. So many of our candidates are saying free education. Free education. Why they don't even address on how they are going to raise money. I will raise money for Anambra people, and I will give free education to those that need free education. I don't need my son to have free education because if I can pay for the school fees of his son.
How then do you intend to improve the standard of education?
We are going to give a world-class education system. If you go to our manifesto, you can see what we have tabled there. But the point is this: looking at the teachers, for the last 3 years, there is no teaching employment in our schools. Looking at the standard of education today in Anambra State or in our teaching institutions, you will find that they are paying high school fees. We are going to intervene in this. We are going to intervene in all these sectors to see how we are going to balance the equation. The truth be told, our education has gone bad because of the current government. But we need to come in and intervene. And God knows it that Ifeanyi has a standard of innovation. Whatever I touch it with a Midas touch.
Well, thank you, Dr. Oba. Dr. Ngige, it's over to you. Your manifesto says that you have free education for those in primary and post-primary, taking post-primary education.
That's right.
We all know that qualitative education costs money. How do you intend to fund the free education that you have promised at this level?
Good. My manifesto is clear. I said I will do free primary education and free secondary education. It is not new. Before I left here in 2006, I had already implemented the JSS 3 scheme coming down to primary on a free education basis. So my original plan was to take it on a graduate scale, and go up to meet the senior secondary school. So nothing is new to me. I will just move up to the senior secondary school. What you need to do in this kind of situation is managerial skill. If you don't have the managerial skill, you can get it, you can buy it. And it's all experience. I was assistant manager when I was in the Ministry of Health. You manage your fund, you apportion and allocate to the areas of needs. I employed teachers here. I was the last governor to employ teachers. 3,000 teachers. I was the last governor here to send them on refresher training. I was the last governor to promote them as and when due. So when you've done this and the staff morale is high, the quality will change. It will be refined. The children will be taught with some kind of smiles on the face of their teachers and with some kind of contentment. Tertiary education is the one I say will not be free for now. But I'm sad to note that when I left here, the school fees was 45,000 at the state university. Today, it has risen by 350%. 150,000 is school fees in the Anambra State University. Very, very appalling. Parents are groaning under very big yoke.
Dr. Ngige, I hate to cut you here, but we also know that you're campaigning on the platform of parties.
Yes.
The APC is also the party in government in Lagos State, and we also know what the Lagos State government is doing in terms of tertiary education. We know that the new intakes into the state university are going to be paying as much as what you just said. I mean, they're paying about 150, sometimes 200. In the case of the students of medicine, 300,000 naira. Are you saying that is not a party policy, or that's not what you're saying?
Education is on the concurrent list. It's on the concurrent list. You fix your own as you feel that you have the resources. As you cut your coat according to your clothes. That's what it is. And besides, people have different priorities. I have my own priority in education. Lagos is populated, is a mixed grill, is a cosmopolitan area. Maybe that has prompted the government to move from that area of free education. But for me here, I know I can identify Anambra people. 4 million, 4.5 million, 5 million people, I will get them identified. And I will get the children identified. And I will give them free education at the strata I have mentioned. Those in the tertiary universities of Anambra State, I will bring back the fees, at least 50% of what it is now. And besides, we shall introduce the bursaries. We shall introduce the scholarship. These are the incentives for children to go to school and read their books and not do cult or do kegites and wine drinking. No. But if you're actually compensating those who are reading, those who are well behaved, and they get your scholarship. I was a product of the scholarship scheme.
Dr.
I enjoy scholarship.
Less than 30
so
seconds to go.
this is what I intend to do, and this is what our government here in Anambra will do. We put smile on the faces of workers and everybody. There is no point paying a worker a wage, and you take with the right hand, you use your left hand, and collect the same money. It's leakage of the pocket, and I will not permit it. I will let them have whatever I give them. I will also let parents who are in the market, if they get a profit of 3 naira, they can count and budget on their 3 naira.
I'm afraid I'll have to cut you here now.
So this is what I intend to do in education. I want to reboot what my
Dr. Ngige, there will be a minute for that. There will be time for that. I'm afraid that we have to go to members of the audience now. I understand that we have quite a number of people waiting. We have members, some of our facilitators in the audience who will come to you. All you have to do is indicate, and then you'll get your questions heard. Yes? You over there.
Good evening. My name is Cheta Wanzi. The first question I have to ask, I have 2 questions in one. Given the budget of 2013, let us assume you had that budget. How do you intend to use such a budget to make Anambra State better? Second question, it's all well and good to say you want to increase industrial output, but how do you get such manufactured goods out of Anambra when Onitsha is clearly a mess? How do you intend to solve the problem of Onitsha? These questions are directed at both candidates. Thank you.
You have 2 minutes to answer the questions, please.
Okay, thank you.
Dr. Oba's going first.
The first question is on how we are going to, that's why I said about Anambra State, looking at Anambra State holistically. You need to understand statistics of Anambra State. For me, the most important area that I need to get involved is about how to generate wealth for Anambra people. When you generate wealth, then you can achieve all your projects. And we are talking about generating power. We are talking about getting, and as somebody said, 800 megawatts. You need to know the cost of 800 megawatts. You need to talk, if we are talking about power, you need to know where to site your power. So the key thing is how are we going to, you said about the mess in Onitsha. We are going to eradicate all this mess. Because for me, for the last 1 year, Anambra people have not received their budget. The State House of Assembly asked for the budget of Anambra, and there is no budget in Anambra State because this is the only state in Nigeria that a state governor will take 25 billion additional budget, supplementary budget in 1 day, without due recourse. So there is no budget, and the State House of Assembly has asked the governor to produce audited account of Anambra State. It took them 60 days to produce 2011 audited report. And nobody has seen 2012. No one has seen 2013. So that is, I'm talking about budget.
Dr. I'm afraid your time
the first question relates to budget. The second question relates to the congestion of Onitsha. So, and then I don't understand, when we create our own inland container terminal.
Dr. Oba, I'm afraid I'll have to cut you off here because we're pressed for time.
You don't normally give me time.
And this is a production.
I'm sorry about that. Time.
Well,
you don't normally give me time. I love analysis.
Over there.
My brother, I will not touch that budget.
2 minutes, please.
With a long pole, because it's a 40 budget. And I have been a manager of budget, a director of budget for my department. The budget we have for Anambra State government today is like a kindergarten paper. A paper that has been written by a kindergarten. Most of the implementation is faulty. The government donates money anywhere, anyhow, without appropriation. So that budget is a mess. So I can't touch it. Secondly, the goods you're talking about, the manufacture of goods in Anambra State, no goods will come out of Anambra State tomorrow or next tomorrow unless you get the industries working. I've talked about the power scheme that will be built here to generate some power and get it into this national grid. My brother says 800 megawatt, how much? I'm not going to do 800 megawatt instantaneously. It will be on a graduated scale. I come up from 100 megawatts and come up. And I'm not going to take people to China to go and negotiate for equipment. Because first and foremost, I have about 1,000 dead industries on the cluster from Onitsha into Newi, the spare parts, motorcycle, brake parts, and lubricants and petroleum products industry. I have 1,000 of them stretching from there into Olu. So with this power that I'll bring, these industries will roll back into life.
Thank you,
and
Dr.
when they roll back into life, it is then I will take people to SME, I'll take them to China.
Thank you very much.
I will go to China immediately.
We have to take the next question.
My brother has a very large heart.
Thank you.
I don't know, but I have a large heart too.
Thank you.
I don't know whether it's as big as your own. Because of our size, I'm smaller.
We have somebody else who's waiting to ask the next question.
Please, you don't give me good time. And I think you need to
I'm afraid that, I have a timekeeper. As soon as he signals me, your time is up, and that will be it. That's just being fair.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Unique Hayes. I'm a media consultant. My question is for the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate. In so many of your discourses, Your Excellency, in your campaigns, you have talked about something that is germane, something that is very creative. And this is how you will always say it, that you're going to run a government that will have the administrative and the executive arms. And you are going to take care of the business of the executive and administrative you will leave for your deputy governor. The catch is that you are telling us probably that you want to run an all-inclusive government, because before now, deputy governors are known as spare tires. Question now is this.
Thank you very much.
Can you further explain to Anambra State indigents how creative you want to carry this further?
You have a minute to answer that, please.
Okay, in life, you need to accept what you are good in. What I am good in is to generate wealth. I'm also very good in management. But in Anambra State, the job we have in Anambra State is too big for me to run, like the current government, who signs CFO. What I want to do is to look at our businessmen. Our businessmen in Lagos, how I can attract them to, they say charity begins at home. How I can attract them to Anambra, how I can provide security for them, how I'm going to generate 125 megawatts at the bank of River Niger, taking gas from Ugeli, and how I can generate another 125 megawatts, taking gas from Orient Petroleum to turbine my power plants and give Anambra people power, and then take the rest of the power, sell to Imo State and sell to Enugu State. What we want to do is to have Anambra where business will be working, where people can have nightlife, where people are free to move. Ifeanyoba will have total focus on developing, getting our people confidence back home, and supporting businesses, while I will continue to oversee, because at the end of the day, we have 3 months. Every 3 months, we will render our accounts to the Anambra State. And trust me, I will be the first governor in Nigeria that will give audited account of the state every 3 months. I pray that God will give me this opportunity to prove a point to Nigerians. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Questions? Questions from the audience, please.
Thank you very much for the privilege. It is said that the society or the system that does not provide for the poor cannot protect the rich. So economic security is synonymous to social security. The question also is that if a government is assessed in its success on how it protects and treats the weak and the vulnerable. This is your opportunity to tell the people of Anambra State what you have done in the past for the poor and what you're going to do if you come into the office to ensure that the poor will protect the rich. And again, for persons with disabilities, this is a question so close to my heart as I wear the shoe. Tell the people of Anambra State what plans you have for the disability community, and what is your agenda to ensure that they are people that are reckoned with, not people that are isolated and outcast. Thank you.
Well, the question is directed to both of you. I understand that you have 1 minute each to answer it. I'm afraid so.
Okay, I have a master blueprint. I am the first that produced a manifesto. I remember the same channels TV when I had the opportunity of, when I met my senior brother in channels. He said, he was there before me. In his own quote, he said, I don't need manifesto. I don't need manifesto. All I will do, I know what to do. And in today's government, you need to be optimistic of what you want to do and then put it in paper. And I'm surprised that after 1 week, he printed his manifesto, which has 12 points agenda, rather than my own. But, excuse me please, but in my manifesto, please, I want everybody to Google www. ifeanyobagovernor.com. You will see my project for my program for people with disability. On Wednesday, we are also giving over 800. They have endorsed me for I want to make it known to. They have endorsed me because I've been there for them when I don't even have intention of being in government.
We'll give you 30 seconds.
I've taken kerosene to every part of this country, and I have been sustaining and supporting people with disability. On Wednesday, over 800 of them will have materials donated by my friend all over the world in Holy Trinity Cathedral. So you need to come and see how I am treating people with a disability. Apart from that, I have given them a seat. We have a government that doesn't care about people with disability. So go to my manifesto and log into www.ifeanyoba.com and then you can see.
Dr. Ngige, the floor is yours.
It is not true that I said in my outing at Channel Television I didn't have a manifesto. What I said is that the contents of my manifesto is in my head and I can read them off. That's what I said. So if you cannot reel off your own from your head, too bad. But moderator, philanthropy is something of the heart.
I think he was talking about social safety nets. That's the question.
Yes, that's what
really.
the question is.
Yes.
And what you've done and things like that. My own philanthropy and my social safety net, you do that through government service. There are isolated cases of philanthropy, you pay school fees, you do this. The Bible says you shouldn't let your right arm know what your left hand is doing. So for those who publicize their own, too bad. I won't join that bandwagon. But I know that as governor, when I came here, I gave the poor their money. Pensioners, civil servants, even the handicapped, socially handicapped.
I've been told that your time is up.
And I did that and they were grateful.
Thank you very much.
And they thanked me very well for that.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Thank you. Next question, please. We have less than 2 minutes to the close of this program. It's going to be the last question for tonight. And I'm really hoping that that will be a non-partisan question.
Good evening, everyone. My question goes to Dr. Chris Ngige. With due respect, sir, you ruled as the governor of Anambra State, and after your tenure, probably because of the good work he did, you were voted in 2011.
Question, please.
My question goes like this.
Thank you very much.
Okay, my question is this. As the sitting senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria representing Anambra Central, could you please tell us, the Anambrans, especially the Anambra Central, what you have done with the constituency allowance? Please.
Dr. Ngige, 2 minutes, possibly even less. You have the floor.
There is nothing. Tell me when my time starts.
Your time is already ticking.
No. When is my time starting?
Now.
2 minutes. My constituency projects are quantified in terms of money and domiciled in the respective ministries where the works are to be done. Nothing enters your pocket as a legislator. For example, in the year 2012 budget, I was given a constituency allocation in terms of projects to cover about 250 million. Projects, not money. And I started projects in FGGC Nise for a luxury classroom block with VIP toilets and a borehole. I started a project at Tomonachi Community School, same type of projects, VIP toilets and It's been done. I started projects I started projects of solar lights. Let me get to your time.
I think your time is up, Dr. Ngige.
Thank you.
Well, you know, our program, just ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? I understand that we're supposed to be closing right now. I don't know, I'm getting mixed signals. Do we have an extension of 10 minutes? Okay, we do not have that time. I'm afraid that we have come to the end of our conversation here tonight. Again, I must mention that 5 candidates were invited. Only 2 of them showed up. Dr. Ifeanyi Uba of the Labour Party, thank you so much for coming. And we also had Dr. Chris Ngige of the All Progressives Congress. Doctor, thank you so much for coming. And thank you too, good people of Anambra State. Thank you for sharing your time with us and also for listening to the candidates. To all our viewers at home, well, thank you for staying with us. I'm Maokwe Ogun. From all of us here, it's good night.
Welcome aboard.